Welcome back. Our next guest was diagnosed with cancer in January of this year after experiencing abdominal pain over Christmas. She started chemotherapy treatment, which she still receives today.
Now, due to her cancer treatment, she suffered hair loss and decided to purchase a wig with the help of a new grant scheme available to those with hair loss. Mary Menton joins us now. Mary, you look gorgeous. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Good morning, Mary.
How are you? Simon. Good morning, Granny. I'm great. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
You look great. And you were diagnosed the beginning of this year. Tell us about that.
Yes, it's amazing how cancer can come across you so suddenly. My whole life changed in January. I would have suffered from diverticulosis, which is a pain you get in your colon every now and then. So I got a pain New Year's Eve and I thought, this is it. And my then GP described penicillin for a few days and I knew that wasn't working. So I went back and they said, get to A&E immediately, or the ED as it's called now.
Yeah.
So I went to the Mater. I'm living in Termonfeckin, but my mum had been treated for colon cancer in the Mater and I'd been on the family monitoring programme there. So we went and that was the 11th of January. And then on the morning of the 12th, about 6 a.m. in the morning, I got the news that I was being taken to theatre immediately, that I had a blocked colon, that my bowel was about to perforate, and that there was a lot of sinister things had shown up in my scans. So that was a shock, literally overnight. Within a few minutes, I got this news. So my treatment has been absolutely fantastic at the Mater. I've been so well looked after over the last 6 months. So I started the chemo and it has agreed with me for the first 4 months. Good. And just in the last few weeks, one of the side effects is a numbness in your feet and maybe your fingers. So I have it in my feet and just over the last 2 weeks, that's affecting me a little bit. But other than that, the treatment has been fantastic and it's working. So much so that now I'm facing into surgery. The chemo had to shrink some of the tumours. But I suppose what's important to say to people is, and I said to them in the Mater, should I have seen this coming? Should I have known? And they said, absolutely not. Don't beat yourself up. This is a silent cancer. It's like ovarian cancer. And it's stage 3 when it's discovered. That's the first you'll ever know about it. Wow. And fast growing.
And as you say, your life changed so quickly.
It did.
One of the side effects that we hear about quite often when we talk to people who are going through it is with chemotherapy is the hair loss.
Absolutely. And before I started the chemo, we had a workshop in the Mater where they go through everything with you about side effects and whatever. And it was made clear to myself and a few other women who were there that morning that we were going to lose our hair. So with the particular type of chemo. So I had a vision of my hair coming out on the pillow in bits and pieces. And I knew I couldn't do that. So I literally decided I was going to get my head shaved. And I didn't know where to start. And I thought, right, I want my wig, which is my wig. As you see it, I want that before I get my head shaved. And I'd worked in Donnybrook and I knew about the hair club in Donnybrook. And I'd often thought of actually going in and getting a wig even before I needed it, but never did. And it's funny what you do when you have to. So I went and made an appointment, met Dolores, and the whole service that they provide has been absolutely amazing. From the moment I went in, they know everything about wigs. They know what suits you, ask you photographs of what your hair was like, how important it is, how light it is, how much human hair is in it. These are all of the aspects that they go through in great detail.
And things that you wouldn't have known anything about. So
absolutely.
You need to be, much like your treatment, you need to be walked through the process and told what your options are. Yeah,
absolutely. And you wouldn't realise that there's so much to it. And the main thing was that the whole experience there was so welcoming. It was relaxing, it was kind, and it was expert. And then I discovered that they provide the entire service in that I was able to get my head shaved there, which was so beautifully done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'd chosen the wig, so when they shaved my head, the chair was turned back from the mirror, so I didn't see it happening.
Yeah.
And it was all very easy.
So you didn't get that shock?
And I turned around and I had the wig on.
Okay.
And
Wow.
that got me through that really difficult moment.
I was going to ask
As
you,
it would be.
what has it done for you, for just for yourself?
Yeah, it has made a huge difference because
Really?
this is the hair I always wanted. My hair was never fantastic, as you see.
Yeah.
So I was so happy. It actually carried me through. And then I'd go in for chemo and the nurse would say, "Did you not lose your hair?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And even up close, some of the oncology nurses couldn't tell it was a wig. So
That's amazing.
That was fantastic.
There is a grant as well to do with this, Mary, isn't there, towards the cost of
Yeah.
wigs for people who go through hair loss.
That's the important thing because, again, the hair club did that for me. I literally gave them my PPS number. Dolores filled out the forms. I got a note from my GP. And the grant, which is a maximum of 500 per year, which is fantastic, was through in about 2 weeks. So the Department of Social Welfare were amazing in that it all just worked so easily and it was all handled on my behalf.
And how are you now?
How am I now? I'm phasing into surgery next week.
You seem to be in great spirits.
You do.
I am.
Yeah, good, good.
I've managed to stay strong, Simon. I think the other thing I was going to say about the wig, for anybody who chooses this is it's wonderful for the family. Because I've got 4 fantastic brothers. I have a huge family, 17 nieces and nephews, no children of my own, my partner, Robin. And, you know, they look at me with the wig on and I look well, and that helps them cope with what we're going through.
Yeah.
So how am I? I have initial surgery next Thursday with a view to major surgery, where the cancer is in the lining of my pelvis. So it means a hysterectomy, removing fallopian tubes, ovaries, gallbladder. It's a very long surgery if I'm up for it. So the surgery next week will dictate if my tumours have shrunk enough to allow that surgery to take place, which is my best chance. But if not, it'll be more chemo and maintenance.
So we are sending you all of our
Absolutely. You're an amazing
vibes.
lady.
Thank you, Simon.
You really are. You really are. You're an inspiration.
Yeah.
And it's very important that, you know, we genuinely appreciate you sharing your story, not just with us, but with people who are going through it out there as well.
Yeah.
So we wish you all the best wishes in the world. Thank you
you very
coming in.
much.
Thanks
Thank you
a
both.
million, Mary.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank
To
you.
find out more about the government's hair loss grant scheme, all you have to do is visit the website gov.ie.
We're going to take a short break now. Stay with us. We're live until 10 o'clock.